Hi Cancer, welcome to July. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. And I want to say thank you for supporting this channel. We have an important month this month. We have a lot going on with the new moon in Cancer, and it's a solar eclipse, and it's in your sign. And a full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, which opposes your sign. Mercury goes retrograde in Leo, and then we have another new moon in Leo at the end of the month, which will be positive for you. It'll fall in your second house of money. So in the meantime, we'll get to the astrology later. Let me see what the cards say for Cancer in terms of love and relationships. But this should be a turning point in your relationships this month with these eclipses affecting your first and seventh house. So what does Cancer need to know about love and relationships this month? July. What does Cancer need to know about love and relationship for the month of July? What does Cancer need to know about love and relationships for the month of July? Okay, let's see. The Hangman. The Tower. Seven of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Empress. The Moon. The Ten of Pentacles. The Queen of Cups. The Eight of Wands. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this month, you have the Hangman here. You've been in a state of limbo with the Hangman. This is a time to, but you are going to be giving something up for something better. Maybe you've been trying to make a decision. But the Hangman comes to say, you're starting to see things from a different perspective. And the Hangman, there's going to be a major opportunity coming your way with the Tower. And it has the potential to transform your life. It could be a relationship. It could even be a career opportunity. But it will involve giving something up that you may not really be ready to give up. Because the Hangman is about making a sacrifice for the greater good. Like, I'm not totally unhappy in this current situation, but I know something needs to change. And I need to give this up, so I know that the thing I'm moving toward is better. It's going to be better. But it's not a no-brainer. It's not like you're in this miserable situation and I can't wait to walk away from this. It's kind of like a mixed blessing, because your current situation is not that bad. But this new opportunity that's coming, the Tower, in some ways you're not on the right path. And the Tower comes to wake you up. The Tower comes to free you. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling oppressed, or you're feeling blocked, or you're feeling that you can't move for whatever reason, the Tower is going to free you from that, so that you can rebuild in a better direction, so that you can get on the right path. The Tower represents destruction and then rebuilding. For some of you, it also can represent a blow to your ego. So if someone has been abusing their power, or has been feeling too confident, the Tower can knock you off your high horse, But the Tower is always, people fear the Tower, and I think the Tower can represent this eclipse energy. Something gets eclipsed from your life. But usually what the Tower takes away, it's beneficial. Even though while you're going through it, it feels difficult. If something gets removed from your life, whether it's a relationship or a job or a situation, that it's time for it to go. So let it go. because it's preparing you for a better path, to move to a new start, to a new place, to move to a better job, to move to a better relationship. It's just that getting from A to B is, you have to go through this chaos and confusion because the moon is here. So the Seven of Pentacles here, you're feeling, well, I've planted some seeds, I don't know where it's going to go. You're kind of wondering what the future's going to hold. You may have learned some new skills, or you might be open to the new. The Page of Pentacles can sometimes represent the student card. It could represent a child, too. You might be concerned with a child. But it could also mean like a new relationship has recently entered your life, and you're not sure how it's going to develop. Or you're waiting for this new relationship. You're kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. This could be a younger person. But the page can also represent a relationship at the beginning stages. So it's not really developed yet. It's just, so you could be just friends, or you could just be colleagues, or you could just be someone that you know. But it's a start. It's the beginning. And you have the Empress here. This is a card of the mother. Home, family, abundance, creativity. So there could be someone in your life that you're wanting to have a family with, or a home with. You're wanting to recreate. You're wanting a home and family. Maybe you've already gone through the Tower, or the Tower. You're recovering from a traumatic ending, and now you're kind of in limbo. What do I do? Where do we go from here? The Empress, though, is the wave of the future. You are going to be moving toward creating a new home for yourself, or a place of abundance, because you have the Ten of Pentacles here. This is a card of wealth and someone there for you, someone who's got your back, someone who's providing you a sense of security, which is very important to Cancers. But you have this moon here. This is the card of confusion. The moon, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. This card relates to Neptune, though, and Pisces. But the moon represents intuition and imagination. And what happens with Cancer especially, you're letting your worries, you're letting your imagination run away with itself, and you're worrying about things that may never happen. So don't make things larger than life. Don't blow things out of proportion in July. Don't let your imagination lead you to a place of fear. If there's something that you don't know, then you need to ask. The Tower can bring out some truths. If anything is being hidden, the Tower will reveal it. So if you're confused about a decision that you have to make, just give it some time, because the truth will come out. Here's the Queen of Cups. This could represent you as the water sign. It could be someone you're dealing with, someone who's very intuitive, very sensitive, very psychic, very compassionate. I feel like there are opportunities for growth and opportunities for love coming your way in July. You have the Eight of Wands, which doors are opening up career-wise, but also it could be messages coming in. News, messages, travel. So maybe to get what you need or what you're wanting, you're going to have to travel, or you're going to have to reach out, because the messages. It could be that you're dealing with someone and feelings develop suddenly. Like the Tower could be like an awakening, where you realize that you care about somebody. The Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Maybe you're having an opportunity to connect with someone and build a home, create a new home for yourself. Page of Pentacles. So the relationship starts out as the Page and ends as the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be reconnecting with someone to take a relationship to another level, to develop, to go deeper into it. Let's see. Let's see what the astrology says. So for you, Cancer, the new moon is in your first house. So, and Saturn's in the 7th house. You may have felt that relationships have been very heavy lately. And you might have been in a relationship that felt like a heavy burden. And this new moon is connected with the North Node. It's time for you, like if you've given a lot in a relationship, where you've been doing all the work and it's been like a heavy burden, this new moon is giving you an opportunity to break free of that and to take care of you. Like, what is it that I need? Let someone love you. Let someone do the work. Let someone nurture you. Because that's what you need right now. You need to find your tribe. You need to come home to your family, to create a family, to find a place where you feel secure. Jupiter's in the 6th house, so there could be opportunities at work. Neptune's in the 9th house. You could be feeling intuitive. You could be just know it, because the moon can represent, psychic intuition. It doesn't always have to mean delusion or illusion. It can. But if you're feeling guided or pulled to go in a certain direction, follow that guidance. Because this new moon is trying to break you free from work and obligations. Like if you've been putting too much energy into work and feeling, well, I've got to do this, I got to do that, I can't, and I don't have time to do what I need for me. Maybe you've been working too hard. Maybe it's time to kick back a little. Because if, all work and no play can be unhealthy for you. So you have an opportunity at this new moon to take a breather and find ways to nurture yourself and find a relationship that will also nurture you. So whatever you're starting at this new moon comes to completion at the full moon, which is in Capricorn. And this is an eclipse also. So usually when a solar eclipse, even though a new moon is a new beginning and a solar eclipse is a new beginning, when there's an eclipse, there's always an ending followed by a new beginning. So something ends, something else begins. And it's sudden and it's quick and it's like you weren't ready for it, you're not expecting it, but here it is and you got to jump. The full moon is happening in your 7th house. So something is coming to completion. So if you reached out to connect with someone in a partnership, or you have communicated your needs, and if you're in a current relationship, like, hey, I need more of this. I've been doing all the work here. I need help. That will come to completion by the full moon on the 16th. So something is so it could mean a relationship ending, but it could also mean a relationship culminating. Like you approach someone and now you're in a relationship, The moon is conjunct Pluto, so there are powerful emotions around this moon. Powerful feelings, deep feelings. So it's not something you want to, you want to give it a lot of thought. There could be power struggles. Sometimes with Pluto in the 7th house, you could be dealing with people that are very intense, that are very emotional, that are very, they just see right through you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or someone who has Scorpio or Pluto strong in their chart. But whatever it's doing, Pluto is transforming your relationships to make them more authentic. It's getting you out of that Saturn depressing energy that, everything is work, everything is hard, to I need to transform, I need a real connection with someone, I need to meet someone at the soul level. And you can have that. You've got all these energies here. But the thing that's most important, maybe you had a partner in the past that was very parental or more restrictive and cold. Don't do this, don't do that. Someone who lived in the land of no. Now your partnerships are transforming. You need to be connecting with someone that is going to also nurture you. Give as much as you give. to the relationship. Someone that you can bond with at the soul level with this Pluto energy. And Neptune is trining the sun and sextile the moon and Pluto. So you can manifest a dream. This is powerful energy for manifesting a dream. And if you're connecting with someone with Neptune in the 9th house, it could be someone that's out of your culture in some way. Someone that helps you to grow and expand your awareness and spirituality. It's going to be a teaching relationship. So it could be someone who is very different than you, raised from a different culture. Or Mercury is going to be retrograde in July in the 2nd house. So you may want to check if you're signing any contracts that involve money. Read the fine print. You may be renegotiating some type of financial situation with Mercury, or communicating about your needs. Then we have the new moon in Leo, and for you that's in the 2nd house. So whatever happens in July is going to affect your partnerships, and this could be business partnerships as well as love relationships. So if you can communicate what you need, you have to ask for what you need, or you're not going to get it. So you have to take the initiative, Cancer. And you can't be afraid of rejection. You know, you have to go out on a limb. I know Cancer doesn't like to do that. But if you can do that, you have this new moon in Leo. It's like a new opportunity to bring in your 2nd house, which is the house of values. It's the house of money, self-worth. It's the house where you're, with this Leo, it's conjunct Venus and it's supported by Jupiter. So Venus brings love and money. And so if you start a relationship at the end of July, it can bring you a love that really you feel like you're being heard. You feel like it's lifting you up in some way. It's making you feel better about yourself. Jupiter's in the 6th house. That's the house of work. So don't take on too much work in July, Cancer, because you're going to think you can do everything. I can do it all. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you want to watch your health, because if you all work and no play is going to wear you out. And you don't want to do that. You don't want to sacrifice too much. If you have to know what your limits are, and you have to stand by those limits and say, no, I can't do this. I can only do A, B, C. I can't do D. If you could stand your ground and communicate your feelings, you could have this new, at the end of the month, you could come into a new opportunity that brings more money and more love into your life. But you have to take action. Even if something gets eclipsed from your life, it's really a blessing in disguise, because it's going to free you to follow a better path that's more fulfilling, that's going to give you what you need. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Cancer, and thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking the videos. Thank you for subscribing. If you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box and we can get you on the schedule. In the meantime, embrace the changes. At the end of at the end, when the dust settles, you will be in a better place. But you have to honor yourself, and you have to nurture yourself, and stop being the workaholic. Start asking for what you need. And if you ask, you will receive. If you don't ask, the answer will always be no. So that's my advice for this month. I hope you enjoy, and happy birthday for those who were born in July. I hope that you come through this month with blessings and love. And I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.